Okay, turning the page a little bit, one of the things that has gained some traction in this campaign, the issue of technical reviews. The technical reviews are the meetings that are held with, usually it comes in two council members at a time, where they discuss what's coming up on the upcoming agenda. What is your position on technical reviews? Is that something you like, don't like? How do you feel on that?
You know, I think that if we can efficiently use our staff's time, it's important to do so. And rather than have 5 councilmen and a mayor seeing each staff member independently and without the other staff members who may support or provide additional information on a particular issue, I think that's less efficient. I think the efficiencies are gained by 2 councilmen together sitting in a room with the staff asking the questions that they need to have answered to make a qualified decision. I think it's important that those comments are, and the analysis behind the ultimate decision is conveyed to the public. I think it needs to be stated, but I don't see any nefarious, anything wrong with, I mean, that's what staff's there for. It's to provide guidance and to provide background. And if it can be done efficiently, then I'm for that.
Okay. In the same vein, the city of Mesquite has something called the Code of Conduct for elected officials. Is this a document or a concept that you favor or that you oppose?
The Code of Conduct, I mean, there has to be some, I guess, decorum, and I don't know to the extent. I've never read the Code of Conduct, quite frankly, so I'm not sure to what extent that governs the actions of council or the mayor. But I think I have lived through an era in this town where the conduct of mayor and council was, I think, reprehensible. And I think if it brings decorum and it brings civility, I'm all for that. I believe in the positive power of positive thinking, the power of positive projection, and I believe that will ultimately help our town and help attract residents and business.
Okay, changing to another topic. The city of Mesquite has endured 2 100-year floods in the last 6 years. What would you do, or what would you like to see council do to address the issue of the danger of flooding in our community?
Well, there's 2 pieces here. One is, I think we have to acknowledge that the city did a pretty good job. I've been through both of the floods. I saw our golf course wash away at Casablanca, several holes, involved in the sandbagging and so forth. I believe that we have made great strides. I mean, the number of homes that were adversely affected by the flood of 2010 versus 2005 was considerably less. Having said that, the city can, in fact should, facilitate the discussion, actions by the federal entities that control the river. I mean, we cannot, by law, go into the river with our D9 and start straightening up, tearing out the underbrush and fixing the river. We can't go upstream into Arizona and Utah and do flood control or any diversions up there. So we're at the mercy of the federal government and how they deal with this issue in Mesquite. Having said that, we have absolutely the obligation to be aggressively pursuing remedies in this river. I have no problem with D9 and a channel through the middle of this thing and straightening the river. I have no problem building diversion channels or retention basins as necessary to slow the flows, the upstream flows. But the city is restricted to what it can do. I mean, that's the reality. So I just say we push the dialogue and we push for action by the agencies that are responsible for the river.
From your position as a city councilman, what do you believe that you can do or that the council can do to bring more people to Mesquite? Mesquite is primarily a recreational place. It's a retirement community. It's a tourist community. It's a golfing community. It's a casino town. What can the council or what should the council do to bring more people into Mesquite?
Visitor volume in Mesquite is down significantly from its peak in 2005. In large part, that's due to the general economy. People are losing value in their homes. They're out of work. They don't have the discretionary spending that they had before. They don't have the equity they could pull out and be confident that they would cover with the natural increase in property values anymore. So part of this is the general economic climate, and the city council can't fix that. And to pretend that we can is rather disingenuous. What we can do is we can put on a positive, unified face. The city, all its citizens, city council in their meetings, general discussions in the stores by store owners and so forth, if they put on a positive face, the 1 million visitors per year that we get here see, or if they're thinking of, let's relocate here, let's move here, this would be a good place to open my little furniture business or my other little business. It's a great environment. That's a start, and it starts from the heart. It starts from the people in Mesquite, and it's not just city council. We can also make the processes easier, and that's the entitlement processes, the permitting processes. Improve the signage so businesses can survive. Variances, I've heard some say that they don't believe in variances. Well, I do. I do not believe that the people who drafted the Nevada Revised Statute or the Municipal Code 10 years ago had the crystal ball that said, I wrote this with absolute certainty that I knew what was going to happen 2 years, 5 years, 10 years down the road. The economic conditions, the psychological conditions of the city and its citizens. You have to look at everything and say, this guy's bringing money in to invest in this city. Let's make it easier for him. Let's not make it difficult for him.
Okay, last question. What is it about you that people should know as far as why they should vote for you? What is the biggest reason people should select George Rapson in the upcoming primary election?
Well, I think I'm qualified for the position. I have a financial background, I have a business background. I've managed many employees, a large $65 million revenue company with $100 million of assets successfully, and I believe I bring a positive influence without strings, without ties, without obligations to anybody at this point in my life.
Thank you, George.
Thank you.